Now, we can also put effects on individual tracks or the whole song. Pretty easy to do. If you go into this letter I, that's the track inspector. And this is what switches the effects from the individual tracks, and you can hit on the edit screen, and this is where the effects go. Or, if we click on the master track, we could put, geez, something you're going to want, a final effect on the whole song. Now, this is one effect, and it's kind of a neat little effect here. And they're going to be right near the bottom, okay? This is called a brick wall limiter. Hey, Jericho. Now, what's going to happen with digital audio is you can see that we are not peaking the tracks, right? And you guys are going to do this all the time. You're going to layer stuff to get better forests, better car crashes, better sips of a drink. Yeah, you can use lots of layers in that. But I've poured out some of the water out of these glasses. I pulled the faders down a little. But notice that the main fader is still peaking. Very common with something like this. Well, this plugin helps take care of this problem, so we do not have to bring down the main fader, thus decreasing resolution. This plugin is called a brick wall limiter, and we have a couple of them. They're right here where it says L3. The L3 is made by Waves out of Israel, and they're a third-party plugin manufacturer, and they make this really neat loudness capper, fuller maximizer. See how I'm making up words now? And it's just kind of giving the sound more body and keeping it from distorting. And it's really easy. And it's really inexpensive.
Is it on all our computers here at school then?
It is only on here, Brad.
Only in this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And because this is about a $300 plugin, which costs more than some programs. And if you want the easiest one, you go to L3 Ultra. Okay? L3 Ultra.
So if you guys want to use this to adjust your audio, you can pull up your audio file or your flash files or your animations right here in the room, in the booth, and do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And look how easy this plugin is to use. Yeah, this is a anomaly here. It's supposed to all be one. But there's only 2 controls on it. I like easy. Look, all you have to do is set the output ceiling a little below 0, because 0 is the maximum in our digital world, so we don't want it to distort. So you bring this down just a little, and then you just pull down this one slider, and that's it. How easy is that? How cool is that? What it's doing is it's making it a lot louder. How? It's grabbing the loud peaks in the waveform, capping them by a certain amount, and then it's turning up the output all for you. All you have to do is bring down the slider. Let's see if we can hear what it's doing and making the track louder. Now, I could hit play and it'll go through all this, or there's also a loop button here. See how I hit the loop button and it has that yellow bar that comes up? Well, it's just going to loop that over and over. And that's, again, something you'd probably use in animation a lot, because you want to line up stuff to the character talking, or a hit, or in this case, you might want to just kind of volume maximize this, and we might want to adjust our effects on it. So it's going to keep playing it over and over again. So, this effect is not on right now, and I've put it right in the master section. This is the only effect you can put in here, right? Let's look at it again. It's going to look like this when you call it up, okay? We're in our loops. We go to the letter I, and you have the track effects over here, or the main effect for the whole song. That's the one we're putting on. See how it's blank right there? We go down here to L3 Ultra, just because this is the easiest of these brick wall limiters. See, that one looks more normal this time. We put the output ceiling at what? Just below 0. I like 0.02. And then you just pull this down until you see the red light going on saying I'm attenuating or bringing down some of the peaks in the audio. And what should happen is the sound should get louder and fuller. Okay? So as we bring this down, that's pretty big, and you can see it's already grabbing it. Let's clear our meters on the master, right, the main fader for the whole program, and let's see if we can get it from peaking now. And as we bring this down, you're going to hear it get better, 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 and then it's going to get worse, worse, worse. And that's when you back it off. Nice and easy. Okay, watch. Did you see it turn on for a sec? Attenuation means bringing something down. It's bringing down the really loud stuff. Oh, and look at that glorious thing. It's not peaking the main fader. Let's bring this down more and listen to what it does. You can put this on all your music. What's it going to do? It's going to make it translate better on your laptops. It's going to sound more at the regular volume of when you put in your CD versus an M&M CD, because they're doing that on theirs as well. Matter of fact, this is such a big issue in the audio industry that a couple of magazines out this month have, the big conventions are happening right now, the AES show and the other audio shows, and they're talking about, geez, are people using this effect too much? It's on everything. It's on Fall Out Boy stuff. It's on all the movies you see. Why? Because of this. It keeps the track from peaking, and watch as you bring it down. Yeah! I think I got some glass in my eye from that. Yeah, it really boosts that level up. So it makes it more translatable, so when you go onto a laptop or your TV or computer speakers, it sounds more like you heard it in here. That's called translatability. What you want, and that's why we have a couple different speakers in here, is you want to get a good average between these, which are on A, these, let's hear the same sound on these speakers right here. We just hit the letter B. Wow, I could not hear the bass in that, could you? Not compared. Just imagine what these are doing. You hear none, okay? So it's very dangerous to mix on headphones. People are like, oh, these are great. Yeah, these are some of the best headphones you can buy. Frank Filippetti, Al Schmidt, Ed Cherney, they all use these. They're recording everybody from Beyonce to Elton John. But you can't hear the low end. So one reason you come into this room is not only is it more accurate with the speakers than the headphones, but look, these have a lot of low end. These big speakers do, but you don't hear that lower octave, do you? So how do you know what's going on down there? You click the A button so you can hear it with the subwoofer. Now you can hear what's going on with the bass. Okay? So this plugin is one of the easiest, quickest things you can do to your audio to take whatever's in there and give it a big fur coat, if you will. It'll make it sound thick, big, it'll translate to other systems, and it won't sound wimpy. When you put it in a DVD player or your car, it won't all of a sudden sound small. Now, this is a mastering plugin. It's made to finalize the audio. It's one of the last things you're going to ever do to the audio. So if you have this, my word of caution is this. Do not turn on the other products after it. Okay? This is the last thing that should go on the audio. Well, geez, why don't they put it here? It would have been nice. Geez, why can't you move these around like you can on the tracks? It would have been nice. GarageBand has some compromises for its ease of use.